Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'd like to make a spread for the month of February. And you're already seeing a few pencil marks here, so this is my planning at the moment. It's not a lot of planning, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 circles. Actually a full circle and 2 half circles, and I'm going to write the word February here, and then I'm going to decorate the circle. So I'm going to leave a lot of this, what's outside, I'm going to leave that blank, so that's on purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with drawing the circles, and then I'll decorate them later. So I just want them to be like set, and then I can't accidentally erase things or things like that. And this is a little tricky because I've got the fold of the paper here. It's a bit difficult in sense of getting that balance right. Let me just put something below here, see if that helps a little bit with drawing the circle. Once you've got it in pen, you've got it in pen, I'm going to draw this half. There we go. And now I'm going to draw the other half. There we go. So this was the first circle. And I'm going to do the same with these ones. And what I've done is I have a little dot here that marks the center of the circle. So I aligned that with the center of the stencil. And I'm actually going to see where that center crosses the edge of the circle. That's where I'm going to put the next center. That's where I'm going to put the next center. And then that's going to determine where the next one is. I have to do it like this. So now I have the circle on this side, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So again, here's where it aligns with the center here. So I'm just going to do this here. Alright, here we go. So those are the 3 base circles. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to erase my pencil marks before I continue. So I have the 3 circles here, and I've got all the pencil marks around the circles. I've got them erased. And now what I want to do is I have here the word February. I want to write that using a stencil because I cannot write this pretty. So I'm going to use this stencil for that. And I've just a little bit, just globally with this pencil, just made the letters. I'm not going to be like this because they're all skewed, but that just gives me an idea of how the spacing is going to be, if that's going to work. So I'm going to write with the stencil, I'm going to write the word February. And I will be filling in the letters completely, so but for the moment I just write the outside, F, but I will be coloring the letters in. So that's F, E, there we go. So I've got February written here. I've got it in my own language, so it's not in English. And what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to color all the letters. So that's February written in Dutch, and what I'm now going to do is I just have the pencil marks here. I just want to erase those. So for the decoration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have quite a few flower tapes that I'm going to be using, and I have a few character tapes that I want to be using. Don't sure know which ones I want to use yet, but so I'll be putting these characters in here and then decorating the edges with flowers and things like that. So like I said, that's never really very much of a set plan. It's always just kind of seeing you know, where things go and how it goes and things like that. I'm going to start with the characters actually, because that makes it just a little bit easier. And I actually have these two cut out here, and I think I'm going to just go with these two because they are good. There you go. I'm going to put this character a little bit here. And this month I'm really going for a little bit of the sparse look, if I can call it that, so not as decorated as January was. Putting this character here, and then see if I can put a few white flowers over here. And again, there's a link in the video description to where I have all these supplies from. Most of these I just buy them online. I'll put one or two white flowers, and then I'm going to cut that edge off, and then I'll decorate with more like colored flowers. I'm going to put these two here. Just getting the start on these stickers. There we go. And I put this one here. And now I'm just going to cut this edge off. So for that I'm going to use the stencil with my knife. And that's why it's really nice if you have a stencil that you're using for the for your lines and things, because then you can also use it to cut any shapes, and then you'll get the same shape. So I've got that first line here. That looks good. And now I'm actually going to be putting a few more flowers of more different colors here as well, because I've got many different options available to me. That's a great thing about just having many different colored tapes, is that you can just kind of mix and choose and see what you have and what energy are you going with. This one I just want to stick a little bit over these white ones. There we go. No, don't. You see how transparent that is? I don't like that. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put it a little higher. There we go. And now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to cut that edge there. This is the idea that I'm going to be doing a lot today, is that I put the flower down and then I take off the edge. And now I have a few flowers on this side. I actually want a little bit of a pink flower just on the edge there. See, it's too white here, so I want a little bit of pink here. So I am just going to take one flower. It's a different one. This one. And I'm going to put it here. And now I'm going to cut that edge. I'm not quite happy with this edge because you can't actually see the silver line that's below it. So I'm just going to cut that flower again and cut it a little deeper. into the motif. Because I want to be able to see the line. See, now you can see the line. So by just paying attention to these details, you get something that's really pretty. So now I've got flowers on this side, so now I'm going to do it on this side as well. And here again, I'm just going to take a few of these same roses. And now I'm going to cut this edge here. And you can already see how this is starting to just jump at you. It's really starting to come alive. And that's also the effect that I'm going for. And I think there's just a little something missing here, but I'm not sure. What I first want to do is I want to do these two, and then I'm going to see if I need something here. Otherwise, it might be too much. That's something I want to prevent. So I'm going to put a character here. And maybe I'll actually put, I've also got half characters, if I can call it that. Like this girl here, it's only half a character. I'm going to go with half a character for the half circle. And have I got another half a character that's actually, and now for this one I really want one that's looking that way. Do I have a half character that's looking that way? No, not really. I do have a full character that's looking this way. So I think I'll put her on this one. I'm going to put her over here, like this. I'm just going to cut her out a little bit. There we go. Oh, that went wrong. Just slipped. And then again also here I cut this off. You could of course put all the stickers and then cut it, you know, in one go. I prefer to do them bit by bit because then I get a better feel of what the entire you know, setup looks like. That otherwise I end up maybe putting something that I think, oh, that's too much, you know, but then it's already there, and then you know you kind of doubt whether you should remove it, or sometimes you remove something and you accidentally tear the paper, and if it's not, you didn't put it down in the first place, then you don't have to remove it. So it's this one here, and I'm going to put this one here, and then I'm going to put more flowers. This one out as far as I can, but she still needs to fit in the circle. There we go. So now I've got 3 characters. I've got the roses here, and I want to put some flowers really here, and then I think I'm going to put them here and here, but we'll see. So I've also got some other roses. I've got different types of tapes, different roses and things. I'm going to put these here actually. Well, these aren't, there we go. And again, now I'm going to cut here and here. Fortunately, this tape tore the paper. So some tapes are easier to remove than others, and apparently this one doesn't like being removed, but we'll see how it goes on this edge here. Well, here it went a little bit better, but it also damaged the paper a little bit, but yeah, it is what it is. Now I've got some flowers on this side, and you can already see that this balance is already looking nicely. And now I'm going to put something here. There we go. And I do feel that I need something here, but just something small, not too elaborate or too much. I'm not sure if that is maybe too much, but really this tape does not like to be removed from the paper, unfortunately. Well, I know that for future reference. Sometimes some tapes just don't peel off as easily as others do. Got a little bit of damage here. I'm just going to fix this. I'm just going to tape, because the paper really is damaged here, so I just have a piece of paper here that I'm just going to stick that back down with the glue stick. There's nothing you can't fix. It's a bit like crochet, you know, you just fudge it. There we go. So now I've got it stuck down, and when it's completely dry I'll just clean that off. So I've got flowers here, and if you look at it, I feel that there's still something missing here at the top. So I'm not going to use this tape, because this one doesn't like being removed from the paper. I'm going to go back to this tape here, because this one definitely is easier to remove. It does what it's supposed to do. I'm not sure that that's where I want to go with this. This one I'm going to take it off. I'm actually happy with the top one. I'm not happy with the bottom one. Yeah, and then I roll it back. And that's a nice thing if these tapes are removable, is you can change your mind. There we go. So actually now I just have the one large flower here, so this one, I don't need this one. This one's gonna go, because it's damaged also. And now I cut that circle at the top. And there we go. And actually I'm really happy with this. I feel that there is something needed here, but it's not a flower that I need here. I actually need some words here, like see what I've got. Right, so all I think this needs is like I say, some words, and I actually have these from a tape that I still have, so I'm going to use this. I'm just going to cut it out a little bit. And that's it. Then I really want to leave this one as blank as possible. Yeah, of course you could leave it completely blank, but you know, not as decorated as some of my other pages. And then I'm going to stick it here, and then I feel it's finished. And there we go, we're all done. That finishes my spread for the month of February. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.